Hello, my name is James, and this is the beginning of my quest to have a fully aquacultured marine aquarium. I'm now in my late 30s, but ever since high school, I've been in and out of the hobby, and it is one of my true interests. To me, marine aquarium fish and corals are some of the most beautiful things in nature, and a properly run setup can provide years of enjoyment. It's a beautiful harmony of science and art. Instead of having an original Monet or Picasso on my wall, I prefer to watch these beautiful creatures in my living room. However, a side of me has always questioned the ethics of plucking marine life from the ocean and placing them into a glass box. On the flip side, I've seen my breeding pair of clownfish be perfectly content in a 15-gallon aquarium. I'd like to keep more than just clownfish and feel good about it. Just recently, I was putting a fox face through quarantine only to see it suddenly pass away. This sparked a fire in me to dedicate my new 150-gallon aquarium to be fully aquacultured. I'm an avid diver and snorkeler, and I've been on scores of reefs throughout the world. Everyone by now should be well aware that there's been some major bleaching events on our reefs throughout the world. I have a strong opinion that we should be protecting these reefs, and while I would like to enjoy these beautiful fish and corals at home, the reality is that there's a very high mortality rate when collecting wild specimens and shipping them across the world. Traditionally, the vast majority of marine fish and corals available in retail outlets have been wild caught. Thankfully, just in the past decade, there have been some major breakthroughs in marine aquaculture with a much greater availability of species. Now you can purchase the beautiful yellow tang, coral beauty, many angelfish, and most corals and aquacultured varieties. Aquacultured animals are much hardier and easier to care for than their wild caught counterparts. They were born in a glass box and have been raised and accustomed to aquarium life. However, I've been disheartened regarding the general enthusiasm in the hobby about the advancements in marine aquaculture. Unfortunately, I have not seen a strong emphasis from local fish stores on keeping captive bred species. Just today, I was in a local fish store and spotted a 2-bar rabbitfish that I recently purchased as an aquacultured species. I asked the employees if these were captive bred, and she had no idea. The most I saw labeled was some Bengal cardinals listed as tank raised. I understand that the local fish store is trying to make a profit and would be interested in purchasing the least expensive fish, but if they educated their customers and emphasized the importance of aquaculture and sustainability, their customers will have better luck with their aquarium and will likely come back for more. I also understand that some of the marine fish come from some very poor areas in the world and that the local economy may depend on it. In these special cases, we should be pursuing endeavors to educate the local people and to teach them aquaculture techniques. Often you don't need fancy equipment, just labor and good husbandry practices. I'm not advocating that everyone should avoid wild-caught specimens. My choice to have a fully aquacultured marine aquarium is just my way of expressing my support for the industry. There are some very high-quality, sustainable wild collectors, and I appreciate them. So, join me on my learning experiences as I attempt to start up a new beautiful reef tank. Every hobbyist is different regarding their equipment and setup, and mine is not perfect, but I hope to have success, and I hope you will join me. I hope to teach you some things, and I hope you guys can teach me and share your experiences, and I hope you will see that you don't have to collect wild specimens to have a beautiful reef tank.